This little cart, though not a tractor, is gonna make a world of difference when it comes to moving supplies around the property as I'm working on different projects. So far, this living off-grid experience I am finding is all about the little wins. Little wins of each day and each week. It's about progress. Like the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. All right, looks like I am about in the spot where I want the shed to cabin to go, which was backing up to this pine tree right here. It's not gonna go all the way up against that. It's gonna be a little bit more to the east.
But tomorrow morning, I'll come in here with the brush cutter and just clean it all up. I got some of these little saplings to clean up, and then just clean it up, some of this little brush and stuff, and get it all done. And then I think the area should be good to go. Should be done. So the way that I want to face the cabin is east-west. I want the front door to face east. That means when I build the kitchen, it's going to be on the south side of the house, because you got to wait for the actual planning. You got to subscribe, but it's going to be an awesome kitchen. It's going to be incredible. But you got to wait. I'm keeping it a secret until it gets closer to time to build it. But the whole house is going to have a whole wraparound deck. It's all going to be influencing outdoor living. So I got the area marked out, the four corners, for where the shed to cabin conversion is going to go. And just got my perk test done today. And I know, good practice is to get the perk done before you purchase the property. But I had good faith in this place. When I walked this property the first time, I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly where I'd want to put the cabin and the gardens and the fruit trees. And I know it's going to perk here. I know it. Let me see if I can get out of that. So we got it all good. We'll see if I go that route. But I had to get it done in order to get my development permit. So there are no zoning restrictions in the county where I live. In the area that I live, there are no zoning restrictions. I can build and live in any kind of structure that I want. However, and with all of the federal flood insurance and all that stuff, the county requires some steps, really, so that they can assure that they are, in good standing to receive all those federal things, the federal flood insurance and all that stuff, if it was ever to happen. So they got to make sure that I'm not building in a flood zone. Got to make sure that the ground perks so that it doesn't flood. I'm not building my house in the middle of a swamp or something like that. So it's just that kind of stuff, and doing it legally, doing everything by the books, make sure that when I put the structure up, it is done properly, legally, so there's no issues down the line. Even though my plans is never to sell this place, right? Like I want this to be my my long-term, seeing life through place where I'll be at. But in the future, you never know. You know, I mean, after my time, who knows what happens with it. So I want to make sure that everything is done correctly, going through the correct process. But yes, good news is it perks. It perks really good. And actually, when the group was here doing the dig, the whole time he's like, "Oh man, this is great. This is exactly what we want to see here, man. This is good dirt. This is fantastic, man. I'm 4 feet down, man. This is looking good, man. I hit 60 inches, man. This is fantastic. This is exactly what we want to be seeing." So, perk it passed with flying colors. Straight A's, man. Straight A's so far.
This land is so magical. Every time I set out to explore another section of the property, I always stumble across amazing things. My property is nestled in the southeastern of the United States, in an area known as the Deep South. With nearly 50 acres to explore, the land has a beautiful mixture of conifers and deciduous trees. I'm making friends with the various species of birds and learning about new varieties of birds that I never got to see when I was living in the Midwest. And this morning, I even snuck up on a couple white-tailed deer. I'm also taking time to learn about the various wild edibles in the area for foraging, and pretty soon we'll be looking for a local expert on edible mushrooms in the area. I believe that everybody should learn at least 10 wild edible foods that they can forage through the different seasons within their local area. And today I came across yet another magical find. perfect. So good. Ooh. Cooking over an open fire in a Dutch oven, there's nothing that beats that.